Hey guys, this is Matt from Crazy Monkey Midwest Martial Arts, and in this video what I want to do was show a few drills that we use occasionally in our warm-up, and I use these drills with clients to help them build better body awareness of their position, the position of their hips, position of their shoulders, position of their spine, particularly in the hunchback stance, which is the basic fundamental stance that we use in the Crazy Monkey Defense Program. And I sort of started using these drills because I was always cueing my clients and always saying, hey, tuck your hips, or hey, sink it down into your hips, or do this or do that. And I kept having to just cue them over and over and over again to get into a good position, and then they would just forget and they'd come out of that position. I'd have to cue them again. So the purpose of these drills really was twofold. One, from my standpoint, it helped them not use me as a crutch, so it helped them understand what good position is so that they can stay in that and build a habit out of it. And two, because they can't really see themselves in a good position, they have to be able to feel what good position feels like and what a proper fighting stance feels like. And that's also a big part of this, is helping them to get more awareness of certain parts of their body, particularly their hips, their spine, their shoulders, and help them to get a feel for what good position is and what proper position is. So I'll just show the drills. I'm going to break it down into three pieces because I usually break the body down into kind of low, middle, high. So lower body is going to be kind of from the knees down. So what are you doing with your feet? What are you doing with your lower leg? Then the middle part of the body is going to be more kind of the hips and lower back, and what does that position look like? And then the third, from the upper body would be sort of your rib cage or thoracic spine up to the top of your head. So kind of low, middle, high. We have one drill for each area of the body. And then what I typically do is, after I've explained the drills and we've tried them out and people have really kind of gotten a feel for the position, then what we do is we kind of sprinkle the drills into shadow boxing when they warm up. So I'll have them shadow box for maybe 30 seconds, then I'll have them do the first drill, then shadow box for another 30 seconds, second drill, another 30 seconds, third drill, and then just go on and on and on. So I'll kind of break these down one by one from bottom to top. Okay, so for the first drill, what we're trying to do is we're trying to correct someone who's flattening their back foot. So a proper stance, what we want to do is make sure that the back heel is raised and that the ankle is nice and strong. So if the ankle is kind of soft, then what ends up happening is they'll collapse down onto that heel, and now they're flat-footed. They can't move as well, they can't generate force as well, and they also can't absorb force as well. So if someone's attacking them, they're going to get hit and then they're going to fall over. Okay, as opposed to being in a strong position with a strong ankle. Coach Phil Wright calls this the plaster cast. I usually just call it the kickstand, but it's a nice strong ankle position, and that allows me to kind of hold myself in a steady position, but then also be able to move properly. So if you think about just simple corrective drills, things that you are basically idiot-proof, that it's impossible for you to do wrong. Well, one thing that you can't possibly do is you cannot do a lunge or a split squat with your back heel on the ground. It's impossible. You cannot lunge all the way down with your back heel on the ground. So what do? I have everybody do just a quick set of 5. I'll usually have them do both sides, even though we have one primary fighting stance, but just to kind of be even on the body, I'll just have them just stand in kind of a normal position. They don't have to be in a fighting stance, but just a normal position. And in the midst of their shadow boxing, I'll have them stop and then do 5 split squats. So I do split squats just straight up and down. You'll notice it's really making sure it's really impossible to do this without having that strong ankle position and the heel up off the ground. Okay, also what it's teaching me is a little bit about elevation. So it's very difficult also to come all the way to the top and lock your legs out, which in a fighting stance we don't want them to do anyway. We want them to have the knees bent. So that gives you kind of that feeling of all of that range of motion and keeping my knee bent, sinking down a little bit, and having the good strong ankle position. So I'll have them stop, do a quick set of 5 and 5, and then resume shadow boxing again, trying to take into account what that feels like on the ankle.